Hey, 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 good morning, good morning. We are back at it. Sorry for last time. Sorry to all the 70 people that just listened to the last space. Yeah, that wasn't what we were trying to do. But happy Monday. Happy Monday. Santi's coming up here. ETH is pumping. The blockchain detectives are doing their work. Watcher is in here. Oh, shit.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Santi. What's up?
Woke up early today in a good mood. I can't stop being excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow's my flight to NFT NYC, and I'm just like, dude, I'm vibrating, bro. I'm counting down the seconds,
Let's
bro.
go. It could, I mean, like, yes, we can make fun of ourselves for feeling good when things are pumping 10% after being down 85, 90. But like, bro, you can't, you can't blame us. Like, this is, our moods won't stabilize until, until cryptocurrency does, which is probably never. So we're just a bunch of bipolar degens, man. Like that's just what's up. And if you can't love us, keep trying. Just keep trying. Yeah, where are you flying from?
Oh, I'm in Miami. And
Right,
when
right,
do
right.
you arrive, Alpha?
Well, it's up in the air.
No,
You're not
no.
going. You're almost up in the air. Um, it starts today, right?
Well, the VIP events and stuff start today, but like tomorrow's for anybody that's normal that didn't pay the $2,000 ticket. Because there's no way in hell I'm gonna pay 2K for a ticket, my bro. That's a lot.
Yeah. I didn't realize they were starting off with the VIP thing. I know Ape Fest starts today, and that is that's what's up. Like that's what I want to see. It looks like they went all out, bro. I've been seeing some stuff. People are putting the pictures up.
Oh, did you see the tweet from Kronos that they're making like a competition for somebody who makes content like for YouTube videos and stuff? And I was like, hey, yo, that's me.
That's
So
you.
yeah, so I'm literally gonna go. I have to do two more reviews that I have planned to. So I'm planning to launch a series because there's a lot of friends and people that get into Crow and they just ask me for advice like, oh, what project do you recommend, whatever. So then I kind of just go over projects and like I pretty much I would say onboarded a lot of people to projects because of that. But then what I was thinking was I want to make my own like review. So I want to go over every single like NFT project and just
Every single NFT
yeah,
project.
because the thing is I want it to be so whenever somebody comes to the Chronos and is new, they see like they could go and just check out different projects and say, okay, this one's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna look and learn more. So then I'm gonna go and review
Bro, I
every single
love it.
one.
I love like how motivated you get for stuff like this, and your channel has really been picking up. Like I've been watching, you know,
Thank you, sir.
and I dig it. If you can pull this off, we'll be pushing all the eyes over to your channel to check this kind of stuff out. You know,
Yeah, when I'm setting it up, it's gonna be it's called Santi's grading rubric. Like it's like a school rubric, so it has like you get scored off of like for example community, utility, development, team. So there's like different score levels, and then I'm just gonna go and just unbiased. I'll literally do it as if an investor, and then
bro. Were you here when my cousin? Wait, yeah, my little cousin was here. He's like 20.
no
Riley. He's a.
little cousin. Yo, that's my age. I'm 22.
All
now,
right,
now
so
I sound
see,
little.
nah, that's my little cousin. I'm gonna link you guys up because he was in here and he was polling the community, trying to figure out because he was putting some software together. Um, he was asking us about community and ways to quantify that so he could try and plug this into his algorithm. But it was for tracking NFT floors and predicting their futures. He worked for Syndica. Yeah, Syndica. I don't know, some crypto project on Solana. But I'm gonna send you his stuff, man, because You guys seem to be on the same kind of.
On that same wave. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, today I'm gonna be reviewing because I already have it planned. I'm gonna be reviewing Crow Skulls and then Bad, which is baby eating
That's
decision.
your favorite, man. I remember when you first came around,
Oh, I
and
love Crow Skulls.
Crow Skulls was your shit back in January.
Yeah, dude, I owned 65 Crow Skulls, and I made profit on almost all of them. I have my main one, my biggest, my big boy, which is rank 14. But that's it. And I was just telling my wife, I was like, yo, we need to buy some more because Crow's on sale right now. We need to get some more so for that staking pool, you feel me? So,
And the Skulls are about to do more big things, like
oh, of
their
course.
their V2 roadmap is coming, and they blew their first roadmap out of the water, straight up.
No, Crow Skull was successful. It was one of the most successful
And
NFT
quiet,
projects. Huh?
quiet. Like we didn't talk a lot about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did. I
No, I
definitely
know,
hyped
but
them up.
like in here, it wasn't a daily thing, and we didn't see a lot of people rocking skulls for the past couple months,
That's
you know.
true. That's true.
But but like the big names in Chronos, they all hold big bags of skulls.
I regret selling my big bag, and I'm telling you, I had
Oh,
over
bro, I don't want to
60.
talk about that. I sold my skulls before I met you.
Oh, I probably sold from you, my bro. I probably bought from you.
Yeah, I had a I
Oh
had a
man.
I had a bunch of those, but lots of love for the skulls, man. Who else are you checking out today? And we got to do our video. I got to interview tomorrow on a different YouTube channel, but I forgot that we were going to do something over the weekend.
Yeah. So later on today, I have I don't know. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it's today. I have a YouTube like podcast with Dream QC, which is actually listening. He's from the Tough Lions team, and I have like a podcast with him. So I want to start going because I want to have that rubric, right? So that people can like that are new to Chronos, they can just go there and see like, okay, let's say for example Chronomes. I own a bunch of Chronomes, so I'd be doing one. I want to do every single project, so I want to go in
That's
order. But
what's up. That's what's up.
of
Shout
course,
out
of
to
course,
That's
Chrono,
what's
Gabriel.
up.
of course. And actually, Chronos, Gabriel, if possible, maybe we could talk later, so that way I can have you on a podcast because I want to have a podcast with almost every single like Crow leader, but like I want it to be very Joe Rogan like laid back style because I always feel like whenever it's like AMAs, it
You
feels too
smoke weed,
robotic.
bro?
Yeah, do you smoke weed?
Yes, sir. Why?
Well, then you're
That's
halfway there.
awesome.
Let's go.
That's awesome. Let's go. Let's go.
I feel like everybody does an NFT, dude.
I
Like,
I used to feel that way, but a lot of them don't. They're cool with it though. Everyone in Web3 is cool with it. And
no,
as
Yeah,
an
and
most at
old
least.
man, I got to tell you, that's nice. When I was
I,
growing up, not everybody was into it. We still got some haters. There's still some haters out there, but um, shout out everybody in the room. It's 8:10. We had a false start this morning, so tweet it out so everybody knows this is where they got to be, and they're not listening to the 5 minute snippet from this morning, because that thing is racking up like listens, and I really hope people aren't going there instead of here. Gabe, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I just want to give some feedback to Santi. Of course, I would join a podcast or something like that. That would be extremely cool. And I just want to give a little bit of information. I have pulled out a little bit of a DJ move today. Check up top.
Ooh. There's nothing up there yet.
No, I know it's taking a bit to load.
I stabled out a little bit because I started to feel excited. And my new thing is when I get excited, I stable out half my ETH. So all that ETH that I bought at 925, I stabled half of it out at 11. Wait, what are we at? At like 1150, I think. Santi.
oh yes, yes. All right. One thing that I was gonna say was Oh yes, for anybody attending NFT NYC, if you want to go to like a weed after party event, like a 420 friendly after party event, there is one hosted by Grow House, which is like an NFT project. There's gonna be NFT artists and everything. They're gonna have a smoke cannon, 50 plus strains that you can just go and test out. And yeah, so that's a pretty big thing. I'm gonna be meeting Grow House
Why
as
am I
well.
the only one throwing green hearts here? Like, I'm starting to feel like maybe there's a lot more haters than we thought, Santi.
Yeah, true. But
50
yeah, so
strains that you can try out, bro. Like,
yeah, I think the coolest thing though is that there. So I was talking to with the team and everything, and they have a lot of like special celebrity guests, which I can't really mention. I'll be like, so one big thing, everybody. So if you follow my on my bio on the link tree, you're gonna be able to go and link to my YouTube, TikTok, and everything. I'm gonna be live streaming everything over there. I'm gonna be live streaming all of NFT NYC. I'm gonna be live streaming. I don't think I'm gonna be live streaming the Grow House because my parents watch it, so I don't want them to see that. So I think that's just gonna be between us. Like, it's just gonna stay here. But I am gonna be live streaming all of NFT NYC. So if you guys do want to check that out and watch it live, I'm gonna be doing it all on my YouTube and stuff. And I'm gonna be interviewing a lot of big thought leaders and stuff like that over there for the YouTube and for the podcast. So I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for tomorrow, man. I can't wait.
yeah, I heard you guys were meeting up with Ben Armstrong.
Yes, sir. We're meeting up with Ben Armstrong, BitBoy. We're meeting up with the Kronos team. A couple celebrities I can't mention now. I'm actually meeting Jesse Smith from Carcaeus. He's awesome.
Oh, hell
yeah.
They just did a feral fish drop, and that shit looks so dope, dude. Like, people ate it up, and that was 2 days ago. Like, at the bottom, like they dropped at the bottom. I respect that shit. Martek, what's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning, Alpha. How's it going, man? Actually, I want to say a big good morning to my buddy, man, the Watcher. Where have you been, bro? We needed you over the last couple of weeks, bro.
I know, right? I see
Yo,
people, they're tweeting at him. They're tweeting at the man.
Yeah,
well, yeah, that's a weird one. I tend to dig in a lot, and you kind of you find things are obvious and stuff like that. Not being bad. There was one or two situations recently where I took a dig and I said, "Okay, I'm not touching this. I'm not doing this right now. I don't have the time to be in the middle of everyone and trying to figure all this stuff out." Um, but the message was kind of shared as well. Everybody knows what I know. So we all have the skills now, but there is a message I think from you, Martek, or someone else that I need to get back to recently. Or I think it was Sonic um wrote to me about something too. And sure, now I'm after seeing this whole thing with CDN and Louisiana buying his NFT for him and stuff, and there's somebody scamming him and everything.
Yeah,
So
I would love to get the story from the people involved, but I think you said something
yeah,
really important there, Watcher, and that's that everybody has come a long way around here, and they're doing their own research on the
yeah,
blockchain now, and
yeah,
it's really good to see. It's really good to see, and then you
yeah.
can confirm what you found with people like Watcher.
Yeah, Chronoscan is really easy to use, and if anything, yeah, if you're doing your own bit of digging, just make sure to take like plus the screenshots. I would say take the link and take either the raw text of the transaction hash or a wallet or whatever. And if you're going to share it to others, then those are really fast ways to get things spread, even in a tweet, because people can click it and go and read what you're saying for themselves. This is a big one. So but it's a shame that we have to do so much of this right now, and it's like it's weird in the bear. You'd think everybody just disappear and it'd be fun, but
No,
there's
it seems
still
like they turned it up.
scamming going on. Yeah,
Yeah, and different scams. It's like they're really pushing the boundaries here. But at the base of it, it's still just a lot of bullshit on Discord and cloning people's identities. A lot of the same stuff that you see on Twitter. You gotta take that extra 5 seconds and confirm that who you're talking to is who you're talking to. And it sucks, but it's always gonna be that way.
Yeah, it's not enough to match the names, which was my mistake because this scammer totally copied the screen name and number. Like it was Three-Eyed Savage with the same number, and I double checked and verified. There was little typo with the S, which is how they get you. But yeah, trust, verify, send the person a message just to confirm that they are the one facilitating a trade, or being the person that you thought. But going back to the watcher said, if you go on the Chrono scan, one of the most handy things is you could download the CVS or the CSV file. So if you download that, you could trace the wallet right back to the beginning and see like who first deposited funds into that account, because chances are that first deposit into the account is probably tied. And if you follow it, you'll see patterns too. Like I followed this one scammer who got me, and he's got the same pattern of creating a dummy account, sending, having just one dummy account as the middleman, and just repeating the same fucking scam.
That's the first thing I do every time a wallet's under question or I want to know what it is or where it came from.
Yeah.
Besides the CSV, you can also, if you want to keep yourself on the page, you can click the view all by the transactions, and then it gives you a first and a last. You can go to the last page as a normal user, and from there you can glean almost exactly, just with common sense. You can see, oh, here's the first in of some crow, and then there's their first NFT or whatever they did. This must be a human for a start. There's just all sorts of deductions you can make really easily from that first page. It's always a really important one. And you
This
go
is
back and you can
solid,
see someone
solid
was
alpha.
here.
Yeah, because
And
Yeah,
that's
you can see
that's
someone
four
was here
clicks.
hundreds of days ago, and
Yeah.
like you can
I
deduce
made a
so
post,
much.
and then you could start making the connections, because if you go to my post that I made, you could see that all these scams tie back to like 3 addresses, and one of them is potentially the exchange that's tied to their KYC.
Good to see you
And
back up on the sofa, Watcher. Good to see you back on the sofa.
yeah, oh no, and I'm watching in the background and doing, making my own plans or whatever. And we will come back. We'll be back at the jungle. We'll do things, but yourselves, real life, all of that. Won't make excuses right now, but that was part of what we wanted to do, was just spread this message of everybody get on Chronoscan, know this stuff that Alpha is telling you about keys and crypto and the risks involved in some of the fun we were having. That was a big one. But now that we're here, I'm more excited than had we just continued the way we were with the semi, like kind of struggling bull market, whatever the hell we were in. It was the camp before the storm, I suppose. And now we're in a good place at serious discount. Isn't it funny? And I know I'm a small fish, but isn't it funny now that I'm earning almost the same amount of crow that I was deciding to buy back in December or so, in kind of rough, like dollar cost averaging terms. Very rough, but basically earning the same amount of crow over the course of a week or two as I would have been buying for myself back when it was so expensive. Funny how things flip. And it's nice to see it and have a smile about it. I know a lot of people lost some money and all of that. If you did have a lot in, now's the time to really be digging in and learning. Know that you sit on a good pot of whatever amount of crow you got in that time, and see what we're going to do with it in the next 2 to 3 years. Because I hate that thing of a lot of the new people kind of being browned off with the whole
Yeah, I
situation
mean,
after the pump.
hopefully they didn't lose money, because there's a there's a there's a point where you make a decision to lose money. We've all lost value, right? But our token amounts don't don't fluctuate unless we're buying or selling. So the only way you lose money is selling for lower than you bought for. And there are just so many. It's such a mindset change now that we are where we are, and I feel better too, man. I really do. Santi, what's
It's
up,
a
dude?
good example, sorry, of the whole scamming thing. It's usually not the crypto at all. It's the Web2 tech. It's us being unfortunately human in the process of engaging online and all of that. So even from a really smart guy like CDN, it can be so easy for it to happen. And some of the biggest holders, even in our groups around, have been scammed in the same sort of Web2 methodology. So really watch out for that. The DMs, the interacting, the trading NFTs, the sending people crow for NFTs privately. That's usually where the scams kind of happen. But sorry, Santi, cut across you.
Oh, no worries. So I actually just pinned to the top. So I made a video on it because somebody pretended to be me and stole 3.1 Ethereum from Legend. So they impersonated me, and they contacted Legend saying like, oh hey, I need money, pretty much just like, hey, I need money right now. I'm doing some kind of deal, and
that was crazy, bro. I
that was
watched the
insane.
video that you made on that, and like honestly, my takeaway was like, what a dude, Legend.
Wow.
Like,
Right, that's what I said.
I was like, that's my guy, but I've never hit him up for that much.
No,
And I
but
probably won't now, but I'm just like, damn, because you, not you, but the guy pretending to be you, man. Like he didn't even put the pressure on.
yeah,
He
he
was just
didn't.
like, bro,
That's
I
what I
need
told Legend.
three.
I was,
Yeah,
I told Legend, I'm like, dude, you know me, like you could call me, like, because the thing is, I'm fully doxxed, like, obviously on my YouTube. So it's for me, like, if I ever, like, I wouldn't ask for money, but like, if I ever did need money per se, I would FaceTime you. I'll be like, hey, yo, bro, you know what? Like, for example, I'll be like, hey, Alpha, do you mind if I video call you, or whatever? And then I'll be like, hey, Alpha, just letting you know, I'm having a rough spot. Do you mind spotting me some money? Anything, whatever.
anybody that I send money to, which
I
I
would call
do
them.
all the time, like I have their phone number. We talk,
Yep.
or we text. Yeah.
Well said. And actually, I want to ask CDN if possible. Can we like have an interview? Because I kind of want to shoot, because we already have that series going for the scams. Because we had 3 different scams going on, and I made videos on all of it. But I would love to have CDN on and just make a video on that, and also like have it from the perspective of the person that it happened to, and that'd be kind of cool. Okay, but now regarding that, regarding the scam. So, guys, please be careful and always make sure, as mentioned, that you are talking to the correct person, because how they got Legend was the same way that they got CDN. They changed the I in my name slightly. That's all they did. They slightly changed the I to like a different font, and they were able to steal 3.1 ETH. And I don't know if they've stolen from other people as well, because I just don't know that. But it's disgusting. It's sad. And I already, like, you'll see it in the video, I already have my black hat working on it, because the second that my name is involved, I was like, okay, you know what, like, I don't like this. So I sent it over my black hat, and we're figuring out everything. The second that I figure out who that person is, I instantly just send it over to the FBI, because I'm not a blockchain detective. I'm not a detective. I'll let the feds handle that. So that's kind of that's currently what it's at right now. But long story short is, make sure that before you send any money or anything, make sure you call them, or talk to them, like, make sure that it's them for sure before anything, because there's a lot of bad people, a lot of bad actors here, man.
And the feds will handle it, and the feds are handling it. And you see these indictments coming down. I was telling the story on Friday about the first NFT warrant that got issued as an NFT to an Ethereum wallet in the state of New York. Really interesting stuff.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Unreal.
They issued
Nice.
it as an NFT to the Ethereum wallet without the identity of the person.
That is very cool, yeah, because it instantly blacklists the wallet. And I like the sound of that, because they're working within the ecosystem. The fear is that the regulators are just going to create their own, the CBDCs, / try and infiltrate the likes of especially the proof of stake chains, because they could be kind of manipulated technically at the top.
Yeah, like look at what just happened to Solana. We do not have to worry about the FBI. We need to worry about ourselves. Is this decentralized or not? I'm going to tell you guys a funny story before this space is over. Because speaking of black hats and speaking of black hats, by the way, are hackers, people. And, oh God, I got a good one. Sushi Roll, what's up? Let me see that sushi roll. That sushi roll.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right.
Yeah, regarding the three-eyed guy, he was also impersonating the founder of Ibiza's Bay as well, and he actually scammed a bunch of people from the Bach fam. So just letting you know that guy was pretty good about it.
So I actually made a video about that because they try to steal my most expensive Crow School, which is they offer, they're like, oh, I want to go and buy your Crow School, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna have Shwiz moderate the call or whatever. But the thing is, like, I know Shwiz, like I've been on calls with him, like a video call, like, I know who he is, like I know the team. So I instantly in the video I start trolling the scammer, and then I literally just go, I was like, okay, cool, let's get Bogdan on. And then I'm like, okay, cool, I just texted you. So I literally just started trolling and trolling and trolling, and it ended up
I
being like,
saw that part of the video. He's like, "Oh,
yeah,
I can't use my phone right now." It's like, bro,
yeah,
you're cooked.
yeah. I
You're
was
cooked.
literally just straight trolling, and then Shwiz loved the video. He posted it on the official Ibisu's Bay Discord on the announcements. I'll actually let me find the video on my Twitter, and then I'll pin it to the top so you guys can see it. But yeah, yeah, he's been pretending to be Shwiz. He's pretended to be me. He's pretended to be Legend. That's how they got Louisiana by pretending to be
Now my
Legend.
feelings are hurt. Like, how
Yeah.
come no one's pretending to be me, bro?
You're too nice, man. You're too nice to run a scam, bro.
Oh, I
Well, it's
had
the
Hey,
that problem
space
as
as
well
well,
one
isn't it?
time.
That sorry,
what's
Gabe.
up, Alpha? I think you usually just give out the money. They don't need to ask you for it, you know?
Pretty much.
You got me, D-Rod. Where you been, man?
Oh man, I've been here, bro. I just been just low key, man. Just making plays and the topic's on point. I had the conversation with my wife yesterday, dude, about the value of Crow. We bought Crow at 40 cents with our joint account. And she asked, "Hey, how's Crow doing yesterday?" And I was like, "It's time to have the talk." But man, it's been so fun, guys. For me personally, I've enjoyed it. Man, it's crazy. I've never in my life had the amount of Crow in my wallet the way I do, right? And yeah, it's nothing right now, but when I was buying Crow, 10,000 Crow to me was a lot. It still is a lot, but um, it's just crazy, yeah, accumulation season, right? I personally finally made an offer on a house we found yesterday, so I've been like at a standstill with funds, right? I'm not trying to do too much activity with my fiat money, so but we submitted an offer on a house this morning. We signed the paperwork, and hopefully that goes through smoothly, and that kind of breaks me away from that little hurdle. But man, shit, bro, been playing DG Pals like crazy. I don't know if CDN mentioned anything like that earlier. I missed his
No,
time up
man.
here.
I want to talk DG Pals, but congratulations on the house stuff, man. Like,
Oh, appreciate it.
you are
Appreciate it.
grinding, bro. Like,
Yeah.
much,
DG
much.
Pals, bro. DG Pals, man. If you guys aren't playing DG Pals, I mean, if you guys don't want to spend the money just now and want to test it out, CDN has a system to where, you can play our DG Pals, right? And kind of test it out, play it, and
How does that work?
essentially, it's like CDN's got all the information, but it's basically like a scholarship program at some point to where, all my NFTs that are sitting in my wallet that aren't being used,
Oh,
uh,
okay. Like how Axie did it.
yes, but I'm not as familiar as that whole system as some of you guys are, but
And that was the
uh,
community, the way Axie did it. So if it's through the actual devs and the team, that would be that would be
Oh,
oh,
different.
well, that's a matter of time. So it's just not been implemented yet,
yeah, I
but
would love to talk
um,
about this. Oh my, DG. This is not a paid advertisement. I am not paid by them. I just do this because this game and this team is fire. So yeah, they're coming out with a scholarship program by the end of this year. But in the meantime, what they've done is they've allowed us to be able to share our battling link. So how the game works is if you have 5 pets, you can go into DG Legends and play the 5v5 battle mode to earn their in-game token, which you could then exchange for Crow or USTC and whatnot. But if you have a ton of these DG pals, it's actually a bit of a grind to expand all your energy and to get all your daily quests done. So you're able to share this link with someone else who can play with your DG pals. Now, sharing this link does not give the person access in any way, shape, or form to any of your NFTs or any of your accumulated rewards. which is the best thing. So all they have access to is to grind in your name. So what I've kind of built to help people out is I've partnered with a team of professional Philippine gamers who have experience from Axie Infinity, and they've been going from PTE game to PTE game. And I've onboarded them to Crow because they're very interested in DG Pals. And if you post your link, they will do the grinding for you. And right now, I'm
What did they get out of it? What's the incentive for them?
so I'm just trying to set up a more official kind of like daycare, and they're going to be rewarded in the end with the largest share, as any typical scholarship program would do. So what I'm trying to figure out right now, in the meantime, while DG gets their scholarship program, I want to do a 40% split, 40% going back to the player, 40% going back to the person who's providing the link, 10% going back to the Philippine gaming leader. I was like the community manager for having to schedule and organize all the players. And then 10% going back to Chronos Grind, which will be putting forth the funds to give back and to do giveaways to reward like the top earners. And we'll start taking stats and tracking like who the best players are and giving rewards back to them.
So this is through Chronos Grind.
So this is through Chronos Grind until the DG Pals get their scholarship going. Yeah.
Well, all
Correct.
right. Now this is starting to make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, and
Yeah,
like, it's giving Chronos Grind real substance for its title,
How perfect is that, eh?
Really good. Really, really
yeah.
good.
And more importantly, also, let's say, like, I've been trying to tell people, like, hey, early on about this NFT, right? And it's like, all right, cool, but like now it's like, dude, just go play it. Don't even, the quests are already done. The guy's already ranked up my shit all the way, right? Like, just go play it. I got a solid ass lineup. It's super fun, right? My lineup, and it's weird because as I'm buying NFTs, I could go into Chronos Grinds. There's team one, team two, team three, right? CDN's team one. I'm team two. Team three still kind of open. So let's say somebody's got a bunch of NFTs and they don't want to play. They're not there for playing. Dude, you could work your NFTs for you, right? And essentially for me, I had a bunch of extras that were free, like eggs that hatched, and I was just gonna sell them, right? The floor price was super low, so I was just like, man, I don't even want to sell them, but dude, the way this is worked out or is gonna work out or is laid out, it's just, why even sell it? Just let them work themselves, right? So, and if we're talking numbers, the unlimited collection earns 5 opal daily. The Genesis collection earns you 7 opal daily. Okay, right now I have about 43 between the two, and between those 43 at 0.04, you're talking about $8 daily that are being generated there. Again, those are smaller numbers. The value of Opal is at 0.04 right now. I don't know what it'll be tomorrow, right? That's subject to change, obviously, but just to kind of put perspective or numbers, in it all, right? It's fun, right? It's a new utility for me, and the team is building in a bear, bro. Their floor was 120, 130. It's sitting at 275 for the unlimited, and the Genesis was sitting at 300 Crow, and it's sitting at 900 today. So, and that was just all within a week and a half. So this is through a bear market, bro. I could just imagine what they're gonna do during a bull, right? I mean, oh my God, it's
Well,
just
this
crazy,
is the
bro.
thing. We keep saying respect to these projects that are building in the bear, but yeah, like you were just saying, if they're like, especially for projects that dropped in the past 2 weeks, like, it's unlimited potential at this point, especially if they're tokenized and they've been able to hold that value. Because now it's like sky's the fucking limit.
What up,
Well, and
Arthur?
then
What up?
also Opal is officially trading on VVS, nowhere else. Another thing there that's like different, right? Nobody is fucking with VVS. I mean, now I'm sure more people are, but dude, VVS and their in-game
People are
token,
fucking with BBS
yeah, bro,
just
and
for the listeners.
Yeah, a lot are, and they're not going nowhere, right? Their fucking volume locked in is still the
Nope.
fucking same as far as like this bear goes. But
Oh, bro, I've
um,
got XVVS locked for 2 years.
nice,
I had to
nice,
do it.
hell yeah.
I had to put my money where my motherfucking mouth was. You know.
Yeah, I finally swapped over to XVVS to myself about a month ago. So my shit's just been sitting there since my day one. So it's just sitting there, bro. It's just whatever. My VVS is just doing what VVS does, and I don't even look at it. I don't even think about it. Now with DigiPals and their exchange through Opal, it's like I kind of have to, right? It's a little more interaction with it, which is we're
I've
gonna
been
do.
doing all my ETH swapping through VVS recently, and I'd like to take this moment to just remind people that the dexes are going to have different prices. So if you're gonna make a large swap, um, just run it by Crodex, MMF, you know, VVS. See who's gonna give you the most, because all three of those amounts are gonna be different every time.
And then lastly, but just shout out to CDN because CDN's the one that's been we've been talking, and he's the one kind of the brains behind it all and pushing it and, taking the lead and all this, right? I'm just a guy with a bunch of NFTs that I like buying and selling, right? So this is just bringing a utility to my NFTs that are already in my wallet, right? So yesterday I was able to spend Father's Day with my family, not look at my phone and worry about ranking up my Pokemon and shit and getting my Opal. It was done for, right? And all I had to do was give up 40% of that. So hey.
Hey, and you got an offer on a house, D-Rod. Happy Father's Day. So happy for you, man.
Happy Father's Day, D-Rod. Alpha, bro, we got that contest going on this morning, and didn't a single motherfucker go and enter that thing yet.
Nobody entered your falling off a bike contest?
And nobody, and I haven't seen a single name. Haven't seen a single name at all. So,
What's the
again,
prize?
200 Crow, bro.
Oh, let me whip up a
Oh,
meme real
give me
quick.
a second, Viking. Give me
Shut
two
up, truck.
seconds.
This is mine. This
I'm
one's mine.
already on it, Alpha. You're late.
So we got a contest going this morning. Whoever whips up the best Joe Biden meme of him falling off that damn bike gets 200 Crow.
Maybe, you know. No, I'm not even going there. We don't do that here.
But on the real, so Alpha, I've been talking in other rooms about. I'm going to hit a trigger here real quick.
Uh-oh. See, this is what I avoided. Go for it.
Okay, so I've been talking in other rooms for about the last 4 months about Bored Apes having some racist incarnations behind them, and people are like, "No, there's no way. You're making this shit up." Finally, the video from Ryder Rips was released last night, bro, and it breaks down fucking everything.
Last night, the night before Ape Fest, they dropped this?
Yes, and
Buggers.
well, bro, no, because if you know the history and the esoteric, and you can read symbology, bro, those guys are throwing it right into people's faces. They're literally throwing
On
racism
some
right into
white
people's
supremacy
faces.
type shit, or just like
Yes, bro,
subliminal racist shit?
some straight up white supremacy, racist, like all the people that they like the traits, bro, the
What is the
traits.
point? What is the fucking... Sorry, Nat. And
I,
now,
I
look, now we lost Nat. Now she's not even here. God damn it.
how did we weren't cussing?
No, we did. We cussed, and now we're talking racist apes. But what
You can't
and
you
bor-
what is
and
your
borderline politics also. So it's just hey.
borderline? Oh yeah, we got right up there. Um, all right,
well, you
just
can't not
break it
talk
down as
about
quick
it.
as you can, with hopefully some proof.
What's that now?
Break down the racism accusations
Oh, dude,
as quick as
there's
you
tons
can.
of it. All you got to do is look for it, like the fucking depression helmets, the SS, the straight up Nazi symbolism. I mean, all you have to do is look for it and look how close it is to everything else. The 18 teeth in the freaking in the skull because they believe back in the day that black people were different than white people. The cut off ape hands. They used to actually cut off ape hands and hands in the Congo and use them as currency. The dude that has the ape that has like the turban hat, that's a representation of the doctor that used to fucking straight up do experiments on black kids in the Congo. The Prussian hat, that's a World War One, a German Prussian hat, and then the skull, bro. The skull is a straight Nazi SS skull.
Interesting.
I'm glad you broke it down because I would, yeah, I would sound pretty funny explaining that. But yeah, I
All
dove
right.
head first into that when I first read about it. But yeah,
And what
I
did you
see the
think?
resemblance. No, I see the. It's
You
very
can see it,
close.
can't you, Truck? You can see everything a bit of it if you know what you're looking for.
Exactly, exactly. But again, it sounds funny coming from me. But thank you, Viking.
I just don't understand the motivation. It's like, of course, when Bored Apes was created, they didn't know how big it was going to get. But at the same time, what is the motivation to put that kind of symbology into?
Well, Alpha, symbolism is huge, and it's a oh man, what's the best way to put it? It's one of those things, bro. It's used everywhere. Symbolism is very real, and it's one of those ways that people put things in your face and kind of like nanny nanny boo boo ha 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 ha.
It really is. It's one of those things of where they put it right in your face where you can't see it, just like the Taco Bell emblem, just like the Microsoft emblem. I mean, Microsoft has 666 in it. Disney has 666 in it. The Taco Bell emblem has a snake in it. They put the shit everywhere.
And just so people know, the difference between symbology and symbolism is the use of symbols to represent ideas or qualities, and symbology is the study or use of symbols. Just so you know.
Thank God I don't have.
Well, that's another thing we could just touch. Oh, sorry, Santi. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. I mean, we're sushi gang. That sushi headband is kind of
Gang gang.
it's kind of one of those things where it's and some people can call it distasteful, but we're trying to work around that.
Yeah, no, that is another thing that they brought up was the headbands
I
because
felt that way about Afro Mafia, bro. I felt that
it,
way from the
Me
start. I
too.
was like, what the fuck? Why does he got
Oh
the
man.
why does he got a
Yeah,
fucking afro?
it's kind of weird because it's like everybody's pointing fingers while rocking a PFP. That's probably subjective to everybody, right?
Not this one, baby. And they're up top, bing bong, fuck your life. This is a thunder token. Astral
no,
flame.
the thing is with the freaking sushi headbands, every one of them reads kamikaze. They don't read anything else other than kamikaze. There's no way a sushi chef would ever have a kamikaze headband on. There's shit like that. It's just the symbolism of the wars and of all the bad shit that's gone on throughout history. And you have to remember, these two dudes that created
Yo.
Board, they're not NFT guys. They're not coders. They're creative writers. That is their actual job. They were creative writers.
Yeah, but that's like
And
saying
those guys are tapped. No, I
a
got I
non.
got a contest real quick. Since we're talking kamikaze and we got Sushi Gang in the building. For some reason I was watching a YouTube video on kamikaze pilots recently. So I have this statistic in the top of my head. What number of flights was the greatest number of flights that a kamikaze pilot returned from? So we're talking, this guy was famous for coming back from kamikaze missions that he was supposed to not come back from.
I think it was
And
4,
the
right?
Japanese, they didn't punish these guys for coming back because they needed them to go back out again. So this dude was trying to game the system a little bit. Anyone who can DM me, the first person to DM me the right answer, the number of flights that this kamikaze pilot returned from before they executed him for sedition, you win 200 Cro, since Viking's giving that away. And no one will sign up for his damn giveaway. I'm going to win his and give it to you if you can figure out the number. It's between 1 and 10.
40.
You're a dummy. Oh, but we're having fun. Holy shit, it's Monday. It's 8:45. We're going to go late. We're going to go past 9 because we got started late and Twitter rugged us. That's a lie. I rugged us. I hit some button. I don't even know, but I was talking to myself for like 15 minutes. Nah,
Wow. Yeah, I woke up and I saw, that the space ended, and I was like, damn, this boy must have got up early and started his space. So I
bro,
was like,
I had no speakers up here yet, and I was like trying to send out invites, so I wasn't looking at the screen. And I switched accounts by mistake, so the space got rugged. But I literally kept talking, and I didn't realize I had rugged the space until I saw the space up in the head bar of the home screen. I was like, wait, that's weird. And then I realized I wasn't even on my account anymore. I was on a different account.
hey, players fuck up.
Alpha, check your DM. I got the answer.
Did you Google it? That shit is not easy.
No,
Oh, all
I
right. A
did not
couple of people
Google
got it right, but
it.
Truck came in literally 15 seconds before NLAC, and I'm gonna screenshot it so you guys know I'm not lying.
No, I was literally doing
NLAC
something.
came in 15 seconds ago. What the fuck in a truck at 30 seconds ago, and everybody else was wrong. Santi, close. Jello, I said between 1 and 10.
What was the answer, Alpha?
9 times he came back.
9. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Club Crow, really nice deduction skills there. If it's
I
less
can't
than
remember the
10, it's
guy's
got to
name.
be 9. That is a smart dude.
I can't remember the guy's name, but I remember the story.
Wait, so you knew that off the rip, off the top of the dome?
Yeah, I'm full of tons of useless information, bro.
Me too, man. God bless you. We thought it didn't come in handy, right? And then we found Twitter Spaces.
You guys are guys that know a ton of useless shit also. Like, bro, I fucking nobody ever beats me at like Trivial Pursuit or any of those stupid games.
Yeah, well, you didn't know about the kamikaze pilot, Viking.
I do
Wait,
now and it'll
I'm
forever be
checking your answer. Where's your answer? 4 flights. You're way off.
That's his lucky number.
4 flights, and they send you right back out. They give you a cheeseburger or some sushi.
Damn, 9, bro. They were tired of his ass. They're
They
like,
were
bro, come
nice
on.
to you. They were
Like,
really nice to you if you were a kamikaze pilot.
Well, see, the thing is that if you could explain a reasonable reason why you came back, you just got right back in the plane and you was carrying your ass back out again. But you had to be able to articulate a very reasonable reason
And there's
why
only
you
so
went
many
back.
times you can say it was cloudy or, you know, then they put you in front of the firing squad. I forget why we were talking Sushi Gang. Shout out Sushi Gang. Shout out to Bored Apes, man. It's like, what are we going to do? This is the artwork that we've attached ourselves to. So we know who we are. We know what we believe. You know, we know how we treat people.
And the best part is that shit, I don't even have that kind of money to buy a Bored Ape, so I can't even stress about it. I don't have that. I don't have Bored Ape money, not yet, at least.
yeah, yeah, that's what
Well,
I was
then we got to
wondering.
shout out Bored Ape Chronos Club. We got to shout out the Bach Boys
Yeah, yeah,
for
they got.
for putting up so that everybody could have a piece of a Bored Ape.
True.
What's up, Santi? I see you in here, man.
Hey, what's up,
I've
D
been
Rod?
listening in. I've been listening in daily. Trust me, and it's crazy, y'all. Like Alpha, man, it's crazy, bro. Seeing y'all boys up there and just
That's
kind
what
of,
I keep thinking, man. I can't stop thinking that. I'm like, bro.
it's like the whole oh my goodness, the whole Bach, the whole everybody, bro. It's just from steakhouse to Bach to rugs and
Yeah,
scams. Oh my goodness, bro.
you
I've
could
just
Oh,
been
not
like,
make this stuff up. You could not
dude.
write it, but guess what? We are keeping track of everything. The
Uh huh.
blockchain keeps track of everything else.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of this is going to be in the Jungle Book, releasing
Blockchain never lies, baby.
November 9th, 2020.
And
Man.
it's funny because I was in a space yesterday and Alpha was he's like, oh, if you guys haven't watched Santi's YouTube channel, you guys should watch it. He goes, but I'm not gonna lie. He goes, if somebody from the outside was looking in, they think that we're just Crow is just full of drama. And I was like, true. This week has been so drama filled and just a lot of stuff has happened this week. So it's just it's crazy, honestly.
What up, Truck? Truck.
My wife is making a smoothie. Give me 1 second.
It didn't even sound that loud.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, and like D-Rod knows. The auto shop, like that's loud.
All right, is that better?
That's cool, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. What was that, man? It's extremely loud over there.
Yeah, it's probably worse on your end.
Oh yeah, man. That smoothie, that blender that I spent almost $300 on is
Hey, Alpha.
gang.
Yurt.
Alpha. Can I ask you a serious question without offending you or pissing you off, bro?
I hope so.
Okay. Why do you censor yourself when Nat's in the room?
Why do I censor myself? Because she reminds me that there's a broader public that listens to these spaces, and especially that listens back to the recordings. And like some of these guys like to remind us, people listen in their cars with their kids, and we just try and keep it, I don't know. It's not PG. It's not even close.
It's more PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13.
Yeah, and you limit yourself, to be honest with you, by you go to there's radio. I mean, there's both. Yeah, I feel like you're limiting yourself.
And like if she's up here as a co-host, honestly, we have like some of the best discourse up here, and I think it has a lot to do with it. It keeps people just, it gets you out of that mindset of just like being in your car, driving, yelling at everybody, right? It's like,
Which
okay.
I understand, I really do. It's just
When Nat's here, it's like the person in the car next to you, and you're like, oh, all right, maybe I won't swear at everybody.
But then at the same time, with me, it's like, well, I use language that you might not like, Nat, and that's just who I am.
Right, but we all make choices. We all get fired up sometimes. Let's go watch.
My son wants another question.
What happened?
Another history question. Let's go.
Another history question.
Yeah, he tried to answer the kamikaze one. He was right. It's just he didn't get that. It was the one pilot in 9 times. So I thought that was sort of cool, man. That was an awesome question.
We'll have more. Yeah, I love trivia.
What did I win?
You won 200 Crow, bro. But I'm gonna make Viking. I'm gonna make Viking send it to you.
I have.
Viking needs to be sending me 200 more Crow because you gotta check out my meme, bro.
My contest anyway. I'll send out the 200 Crow that Truck won.
There you go. I tagged a post at the top there. So after Coffee and Cro, we're gonna be doing Puss XXL AMA. Yeah, just to carry on the party, So if everybody wants to join that after Coffee and Cro, and yeah, Alpha, we need more questions, man. That was awesome.
Hey yo, let's keep this energy going, y'all. Watcher and then Chronos fan.
Oh, like Kronos fan, go ahead. I'll definitely be changing the energy.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm off topic now, but yesterday we were in a space with a 10-year-old trying to buy NFTs, and everybody tried to keep it pretty PG until Crodex showed up, and then I don't know.
This is why we got to get rid of Mooney. I've been saying this the whole time. Boy's a liability. What does he bring?
Listen,
what does he bring of value?
I don't know. He's
got to censor.
I don't know him
He's
well
got a
enough,
sense
and
of
I
humor.
didn't pay attention to him well enough to have an opinion on him. But I was looking for a Sushi Gang deck from Superbad that I saw a long time ago when I watched the movie. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to rock that as my PFP. And then as I'm going through, I found a bunch of artwork that was very similar to PFPs.
Wait, you're going through a bunch of dicks?
Yeah, it's Seth Rogen's artwork from Superbad, the movie. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes, I love Superbad.
Yeah.
I can't.
So anyway, some of the artwork had likeness or whatever, and I wanted to have that conversation, but we had a 10-year-old in the room. And how are we going to onboard new people if we
Who do you
just sit in
want? Do you
toxic
want all the
echo
10
chambers?
year olds or do you want Mooney? We have to like make a choice.
The
Don't
10-year-olds
answer
are
that.
the
Don't
future.
answer that.
Moni is not the future. The 10-year-olds are definitely the future, man.
Well said.
Oh yeah, make friends with them, teach them how to code Solidity, and then hire them as a dev on friend rates.
Hire them as a dev on kid rates. Don't hire them as Discord mods. That is a mistake.
That will end very horribly.
Kids are good at Discord, but like not moderation.
But they could
That's
be
what
great.
mod is short for.
By the time they make high school, they could be millionaires. And I told the kid, I'm like, keep it up, kid. You'll have a Singaporean wife by the time you make it to 5th grade.
Keep it up, kid. Oh
fall.
yeah, that was PG. Nice work. Truck. Wait.
Yo, big shout out to you, Gonzo. That cat that you are rocking right now is fire, bro. Just had to get that out there, bro. That cat is fire. And I hope everybody has played around with the Croge NFT generator. My daughter sat there for hours yesterday just making different ones and loving just the platform and being able to put it together herself.
Bro, get her to make some more wallets and then attach each of those to a wallet. Like, let's make this money. We're talking $10,000 if you make an NFT and then mint something that looks just like it. Am I right, Santi?
Oh, I was talking when I was muted. Yes. So I'm gonna be pinning. I pinned the wrong one, but we're currently doing a $10,000 giveaway, and all you have to do is go to Croge Art or Croge NFT Gener. No, CrogeNFTDesign.com. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot. I wrote it a million times, but it's CrogeNFTDesign.com. You go, you can make your own PFP on there, and if your PFP is close to the one you mint on mint day, you win 10K. So let's say just by chance, like if you know you're gonna mint, like make 10 to make 20 of them, make a bunch of variations, because hey, you never know, maybe that one let's say you just mint one by chance, that just happens, and then in that 20 that you like in the 20 PFPs that you've made already, one of the matches most similarly, you won, and you win 10K. So it's it's
Wait,
a lot.
so how many can you make? How many can you
No limit,
create?
but we will know, like, if somebody's using a bot or anything, you get me? Because there's obvious, there's it's like difference between like somebody just trying a lot and making a bunch, and somebody just using a bot and just going through all of them.
But you're increasing your chances of winning every time you make one. So
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah, anybody can do it as many times. Yeah, legit.
I had no idea. This changes the game completely.
Yeah, you can make like legit, like you can literally spend a whole afternoon just making a shit ton, and then just keep uploading, and then it just so happens on mint day you're gonna mint one, and then boom, you got lucky.
And to qualify, it has to get tweeted out, though, right?
Yes, correct. Let me actually, I'm gonna pin it to the top. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, do that. Joe Q, Watagwan.
No. It's Kronos Watcher. He stepped back to.
No, he's got something for the back burner.
Some dire straits. Okay. Morning and salutations to everyone. Grand Rising. However, which way you look at the start of a new day. I'm going to circle back just a second to the 10-year-old and onboarding the 10-year-old. The onboarding of a 10-year-old that is learning this stuff and trying to figure stuff out, that person is going to be able to do one of two things that are definitely a positive. Actually, they're going to do two things, not one of two. They're going to do two things. One, they're going to help their parents figure this shit out. Two, they're going to help their grandparents to figure this shit out. That's no lie. That's what's going to happen, because the grandparents are going to be sitting with the grandkids, and they're going to be saying, "Well, what are you doing with your phone right there?" And the kids can be like, "This is what we're doing. We're going to get you a NFT. We're going to get you one of these. I'm going to take a stab in the dark. We're going to get you one of these boomers, because this is from when you were growing
just
up."
like how they got grandma to wear Yeezys like 3 years ago. Remember?
Yeah,
it was like
I forced my dad to get onto Facebook. I forced my dad to learn how to text. I forced my dad to give up his flip phone and get a smartphone. Now I'm trying to force my dad not to slam his finger into the screen because he's used to the mechanical aspects of, no, just press right here. Thump! No, press lightly. You don't have to slam it. Thump!
I
Dad.
type with a purpose, son.
Exactly. But it goes back to the mechanisms that they grew up with. And I told you guys before, I talk with my hands. Man, my hands are flying all around this truck right now. And I am slamming my hand down like I'm actually hitting the keyboard. But these guys, our parents, or their parents, grew up with mechanical typewriters. And you had to use some force to hit those keys or it didn't function right. So onboarding that 10-year-old is onboarding that 60,
Yo,
70-year-old.
Bach's got that keyboard right now. My boy Bach down there, he's got that like weighted keyboard, that fancy one. You always hear it in the background going ticka, 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 ticka. That's that real shit. That white hat hacker shit.
I did post a video yesterday, sent it out to yourself, Moneyboy Leroy, and someone else about the Chinese hackers going out and making a concerted effort to catch these people that are starting to onboard with the fake wallet apps. So MetaMask, the Coinbase, the who knows, maybe even the CDC exchange
Right. I
apps.
just saw this one. I didn't. Is this widespread? This like
Apparently, it's more widespread than what we're thinking it is.
they're
So
called
when you're
cracked wallets.
onboarding, yeah, when you're onboarding someone, make sure when they type something in, they're going to look for the MetaMask or whatever. They are not clicking on the add MetaMask app. You know, when you jump into your app store or your Play Store and you punch in MetaMask, and the first one you see is the MetaMask, but right underneath it, it says add. They're making these Trojan horses that will slowly gather your seed phrase as you go through the process. They'll have a hiccup in the system, so you have to type in your seed phrase multiple times in the first month to 3 months. And each time you do it, it's gathering another section of your seed phrase. Please, for the love of everything nice and pure, make sure people know, do not click on or try to download using the add form of the wallet. Stepping back.
Is it metamask.io? Is that the official URL? Just double check that once again, as
Any dApp
always.
that you're searching for on Google, yeah, you never, ever, ever want to click the sponsored ad. You always want to have the top link for the appropriate dApp that you're looking for. Because, yeah, those ads can be real bad news.
Yeah, beyond stealing your seed phrase, I was told some of these cracked wallets just have a back door, basically. So you put stuff in it, they can take stuff out of it. It's just like whoop. It's like a bucket with a hole in the bottom. Chronos fan, what's up?
So, you know, are there any degens in the room who want to click on some
Nah,
mysterious,
never.
some mysterious free mint links? Because I got one. It's a bad time to bring it up, but there is a
Oh, he's
ETH
being
free mint.
serious. No, get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm serious. No, it's a free mint on ETH. What the fuck? I'm just saying. It's probably going to go to zero, like most of the other ones I got into, but I don't want to get into one and then hear people say, "How come you didn't send me the link?"
Oh my god, by far the best tweet today because it hit right in the heart. It said you got two choices, right? You can either buy ETH and watch it plummet to 300 or wait to buy ETH and watch it shoot to 48. Those are your two choices today.
Exactly. I say ETH down to $100 so I can buy a Bored Ape. But in the meantime, I posted that free mint up top. Mysterious
Let's
links.
go.
Do your own research.
Don't fucking click this link. I'm deleting it. Sorry, Nat.
And that's the thing too, knowing the history on them, Alpha, and knowing everything that's tied in with them, people are still gonna run out and buy them.
Yeah, the more we tell people not to do something, the more they do it. Because we're human. There's so many mixed messages that we get on a daily basis. And like sometimes we feel like no means yes.
Realistically, the last parabolic project on Kronos was Chronospheres. And shout out to Alpha for having me in the room when that dropped. So I got in early and I flipped that thing for like 4x. But aside from that, like name one other project that has done a 4x in the past 3 months.
Chronos Node.
That was short lived though, Viking.
In the
DG
nah.
DG Pals was meant at 180 and it floors priced at 900 Crow
You're still
today.
hold on, D-Rod.
180 to 900. There you go, DG pals.
You're still making money on Chronos Node if you bought in on the white sale and went ahead and stacked your nodes for the first month. You're still making money right now. And I know
I,
I pulled my initial out and still making money every day on it.
If you
yeah,
have Chronos nodes, you're making money every day. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I
Everybody, I
also
think everybody.
4x. I also 4x on Thunder Token.
Hey.
I was just gonna say
Hey.
that the Thunder Token ETH I 4x'd.
Choo-choo. There's plenty of opportunities, man. There really is. And we were talking yesterday about looking back and seeing where we might have made a couple of mistakes. And I feel like not having a Thunder USDC pair was a mistake on our part. But it's not something that can't be rectified to everyone's benefit. Like starting a USDC pair at the bottom is also beneficial. But it would have been great for a community token like that to be able to lock itself to USDC a month ago. Because Crow and MMF are our two trading pairs. And goddamn if they didn't pull us down with them.
That's why I honestly, whenever it comes to projects that like I'm consulting on, like regarding any NFT project, I always recommend that half of the funds go and gets converted straight into a stable coin because you want to at least know that. Let's say I don't know if you made 50,000, you want to know at least you have 25,000 like there. You could use it for anything for development. Let's say obviously everybody has high hopes for Chronos that you want it to go up or whatever, but at the end of the day you have to be realistic. You have to know that like any day the market could just completely, take a dump. Like Elon can just say, "Oh, goodbye Chronos," and that's it. We're doomed. Like, it comes down to you always want to make sure that you have your, everything kind of divided. I would say like having everything, have not divided. What's the word I'm looking for? Diversified. You want to make sure you're diversified, especially at least half into stable coins. That's probably the biggest advice I'd give to any like new project or anything because it's big because a lot of people think like, oh, I'm making, that it's going up in value, because Crow's going
I
up.
mean,
But
that
like,
was our advice in the bull market.
mm-hmm,
Same way.
same thing,
It's just
exactly.
like I don't take it. A lot of people don't take it. It's a hard one. It's a tough one. When markets are having big days like this, right? 20% up or 20% down. It's hard to hold stables because you're like, at least for me, I'm itchy. I'm itchy on the trigger finger.
I feel that like sometimes you feel like you kind of go and you get like emotional and you're like, oh, you're hoping that it's gonna go up. You're gonna, yeah, but at the end of the day, I just feel like one of the most important things is no matter what market is, bull, bear, whatever. Half of all my funds personally, like whenever I get paid or anything regarding crypto, half of it goes either into stable or I instantly withdraw it and put it in my bank account because
And when
I
you're
want
doing
it to stay there.
stables, we're talking USDC, right?
So yeah, I do USDC or I do USDT BEP20 because I can just take it out from crypto.com and I like convert it into Bitcoin and just send it out faster. So it depends. It just whichever is easier and most accessible.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of stable coins go under peg, and you don't want to get caught holding a stable coin when it does the
Depegging, yeah, that's
freaking
terrifying.
Luna plummet. Yeah. Someone just USDD went to 94 cents today. That's a new one. Just got to stay on top of it. There's hundreds of news stories today. It's like, I don't know which one we want to get into. We should probably let Watcher do his thing. Except Lane, you had your hand up, bro.
Yeah, I was noticing Pussy XL came up as a speaker. He's the artist of the NFT. I
Oh
would
yeah.
love for you guys to get to know him a bit better. I've gotten the honors to get to know him on a personal level, and I think it's great to see him up here. So please ask him some questions and let him have a time to shill his project. I think it's valuable art that he brought to the table. So a bit different than the Codex. It's less of a meme, more of the art. So
A bit. Here's the deal. Puss X is art. Real art. You know? Like you can tell that this guy has geometry experience, which we've learned recently. And yeah, we're honored to have him up here. That's why I hit him with the co-host. I love that 3D printed. Oh my god, bro! I saw that this morning.
Alpha. Thank you so much, bro. We've been like communicating a bit, and you've seen my response to CDC. CDC's GM this morning. It just came
That
like a
was so
penalty,
good.
man. And it's like one of the earliest pussies, there. So yeah, thank you for inviting me. Always good time with you. Always really nice positive energy. I like your style. I like your calmness, your balanced kind of approach. I liked the discussion on symbolism because this is also something that's present in like the true like a big accent on Puss X XL, this new collection minting on Kronos Bay. The symbolism is at its core, and but the case you mentioned about BAYC. Oh fuck! That's a very delicate topic, That's also, that's why Pussix also is delicate in that sense that does it cross the border? You cannot be sure what's the intention of the artist in a way. There is always space for you to think about. And let me say, like a very short example. If I will, I will try just to share you like golden earrings, which are found. I'll just make a short bit on it, which are found near my hometown. They're very old, and it's actually the shape of swastika, but the thing is that swastika, as we know it in today's context, is a Nazi symbol, but actually they also took it from somewhere before, and there is you can see it in India as well. You can see it like all over the place, and the only problem is, there is symbolism present in art. There are wrong messages present, and we need to be careful because art can be propaganda. Of course, we must be careful about it to recognize this cases. But at the same time, in order to judge the artwork in the sense, it's just you need to know some history. Okay, I'll just shortly share this tweet of golden earrings, which are found in next to my. You can see it on my profile. I want to delete it because I don't want to create some problems on Twitter. But this is the thing, and if you want to talk about symbolism, that really needs to be argumented, and you need to be very good to have good reference points when you want to really go into deep and make a decision about someone's intentions. Yeah, I just wanted to get back on that a little bit.
Yeah, I like that you pointed that out. And I do want to tell you about the difference of the swastika. I know but for anyone else. So swastika comes from the Sanskrit word which means to be good, and it was used in like Buddhism as a symbol of peace. And if you look at the center, when it's used for peace, there's a plus sign in the middle. Hitler took the swastika and tilted it to make the X in the middle, which is, the sign that does not represent peace. So if you see a swastika with the plus sign, that is a symbol of peace.
Right, and so it is about the slight rotation that they did with it in Germany in the 40s.
No, I mean, even these earrings, you cannot know how originally they were carried. This is the
Right.
picture from museum, so they may be intentionally,
Yeah, and there's
turn it
a
around.
Native American symbol that is very similar. So we're just
Yeah, I
So
think
there,
this brings us to some basic geometry, like
right.
some basic geometrical rules which give certain meaning of power and the geometry is the universal language, like the Pythagoras theorem and stuff, it works everywhere. So the curve for me is the same curve everybody, I mean, everywhere if we test Pythagoras theorem it's going to work. So I mean there is this geometrical language which is bonding us in a way. So these symbols, I don't say that there is no bad intention in BAYC. I actually maybe I don't want to go into that. I just don't care actually. But I just want to say that there is this just power of geometrical language which was used throughout history and to describe some meanings. So in throughout history, people were just taking already present elements of some more powerful culture that was present before. So
Right, because it is
yeah,
powerful, and it's hijacking that power is what it's doing when they steal these symbols, and it's important that we take that kind of power back. Uh, you see, like marginalized communities doing that with certain words, or it can be done, is what I'm trying to say. And Kronos fan, go ahead, bro.
so I used to have my tinfoil hat on, but years ago, I remember reading that the swastika also represented the sun. It was a symbolism in Buddhism, and at the same time, their allies, the Empire of Japan, utilized the rising sun as their flag, as their symbol, and then that could be correlated with the worship of Amun Ra and him trying to take over the Christian, neo-Christian Christianity type deal.
Ra, the Egyptian god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because you had to dive into what was the religion of the Nazi Party. They claimed to be Christian, but they said it was like theologically,
Yeah, and
not like Wiccans, but
if you watch Indiana Jones, bro, and the like, which one was it? Not Temple of Doom. Which
Lost
one had the
Ark,
Nazis? Or
all
they
of
were in all of them, but you know which one I'm talking
them, the
about.
Lost Ark, and
Raiders
then
of the Lost Ark, bro.
that's right,
God, that's such a great movie.
it was.
Still so good. Santi, what's up, dude?
Oh, hey, I just wanted to thank you for the space. I will be hopping off now because I want to shoot these videos for like to submit for the Chronos fam. But I will be hopping off now. Everybody have an amazing day, and as always, make sure to how's it that you say?
See you in the city, bro.
Oh yes, no, but what's your famous cat?
What's
The
my
one that you
famous catchphrase? Come on.
yes.
Drink some water, brush your teeth, on your keys, on your crypto, baby.
There it is. There it is. All right, there you go. All right, everybody have a great day. I'll see you guys later.
Peace. Leo, my old buddy Leo, what's up?
What's up, baby boy? What's up? What's up? Jungle Crow fam, love it. Hey, man, I just do my little early morning show for people. Sometimes your ass don't start till 8,
We
a
are
little after.
losing
The
you,
youngest
dude.
trying to get what's going on in the vineyard.
I
So I figured
cannot
6 to
hear you.
8 wasn't encroaching in on you. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh, I hear you
I'm with
now.
you though.
Yo,
I'm with
you
you. I
listened
want
to
the
the
Crow fam to
snippet,
not
didn't
be
you?
divided. I want us to be. I want us to be tight, baby. Come on now.
That's why I said nobody go listen to the last space because we got rugged and I didn't get to explain nothing. All you heard was, man, why does Leo run a space in the
Why
morning?
is he such a dumbass? That's what an idiot. I thought the space
And
was still going on. Like
I'm in the middle of sending you
that's
an
so funny.
invite, and I hit the wrong button and I rugged the space. So
Well,
yeah,
what's so funny is like
um,
I heard it and I was like, and then I didn't hear anything. I was on the job site, in the non-designated Dare County, so my signal's not so good. But yeah, man, shit. As soon as the as that space shut down, we came over here and we were talking. There were a bunch of IRL people talking about meeting up in NYC. Are you in the city? Are you going to the shenanigans down
not
there?
yet. Today is VIP day, but Santi's on his way there. I am on my way there.
I know Lynx is
Are
going, and
you
we had a
going?
bunch of people there. No, man, I wanted to, and I got so much shit going on. I'm building decks, and people are counting on me here, so I can't make it. But I would love to. But we got a little representation there.
How
But that's
long
cool
would
as
it
hell
take
that
you
you're
to
going.
drive? How long would it take you to drive to New York?
I mean, I could potentially do that. You're right. My wife would be so excited. We go stay at the bed. I mean, she totally would be like, if I went home and said, "Listen, baby, we're gonna go and meet these crazy."
If ETH hits 1200, yeah, you got to get a hotel room and just drive up. Just one night. Come on.
I
I've been
would
telling
love
my
to
son
buy
that
you.
all
I'd love
weekend,
to buy
bro,
you
and
dinner
I'm
somewhere
about to
fancy.
lose the bet because he's been asking me for these video games, and I'm like, dude, if ETH hits 1200, I'll buy it for you.
I know one thing. I know one thing. If you and I would love to come up there and buy you and Liddy some ridiculously overpriced meal. Just because, right?
Anytime, bud.
Yo,
You don't like
Alpha.
that? I can't pass it up. Puss X,
Side
puss X.
recommend. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just I have to say that in the new collection there is a trait devoted to crawling, and I just have an obligation to ask you to remove the block and unblock him and let him
I already
join your
did. Oh,
spaces.
he's such a fucking baby. Sorry, Nat. He is such a baby. I unblocked him like yesterday, and he's still.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. He for me he's like half of the project, more than half.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, we got respect for Crowlin, but when Crowlin crosses the line,
Yeah,
that's the
Hey,
I
fourth
don't.
time I've
Yeah,
done that.
hey,
sure,
Puss
sure,
X.
bro. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, bro.
I got a question for you, Puss
Yeah,
X. And
Leonardo.
this was in the space earlier. I know you were in there too, but everybody wants to know: is there any potential for a collab between you and the Crow Dicks? I mean, I know that's cliche, but everybody is talking about it.
The answer
And
is no.
If I come, if I come, so if I come with like a really, 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 really good idea, maybe. So
well,
there will
I just think that
if I come with an idea that there will be
Damn.
like it will be so anti-cliche, but still that it happens like this, like just like Pussy did, in a subtle way. If we can make this, if we can bring this in a really romantic level,
oh, I
if we
totally get
can,
it, man. All the best
My head
relationships.
will fucking explode. I swear to God.
if we can, come on,
I'm
But
let's
look,
so
all the
okay.
pumped
best
now. Like the
relationships
fact,
happen
because bro,
organically.
we talked to him about this like on Friday, and the fact that now he's saying if we can do it in a non-cliched way, oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God, dude.
I think we have to look at it. I think what we should do is do some cross chain reaching out, and what we need to do is we may need to mint like a third minting would be like we could call it the KYC jelly instead of, you know what I mean?
All
Like,
right, if Mooney sells the project to the jungle, we can do it. But
What?
that's the only way it's going down.
I think
For
project.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know, I drew one Pussix, like original one with Romeo, like with reference to Romeo and Juliet scene, you know. Like the Juliet is on the balcony and Romeo is down and she's like, "Oh Romeo, Romeo, why are you Romeo?" You know. So if we can maybe in this way, you know, avoid any kind of your expectations, I would be glad to work on something like that. You know. But because I really hate things which does not surprise me, you know. Like my like life inspiration is like this Disney movie where the hippos are ballerines and they do a ballet, you know, the huge hippos. So it's like hippo is a ballerina, you know. It's like
Oh, hippos
yeah,
doing ballet. I got you, dude.
yeah, oh yeah, hippos doing ballet. Yeah. So yeah, this is like the for me the forever inspiration, like about the endless kind of space of exploring things, you know. So it's just a matter of your mind being free or not to put to make a hippo so light and like moving so easily and elegantly, and like to make this kind of surprising experience, to mix emotions, to kind of in a way feel in the same moment fear and admiration and like all of these things at the same time.
Well,
So
I
yeah,
definitely
That's
I'm
think
the
that,
magic of Disney, bro.
yeah, and I definitely think that the Web3 experience and what you can create and what we're all doing and building is only limited by your imagination. And that also sounds cliche, but I've seen it happen. It's true, man. It's people are building shit and doing stuff and making sorry, Nat, but doing stuff and making stuff better and trying to help us all out, and I think it's good.
CroFam is a very wholesome place to be. It's not a cliche. It can feel like it sometimes. It really can. And there's people that are co-opting CroFam all the time, and hijacking the power. But again, all we have to do as a community is take it back. We do that by building things ourselves and by doing it right and doing it as a community. And I think we're getting really good at it personally, you know? It's only been 7 months. We got to remember that.
Yeah, I tell people that come over sometimes from the East Chain in the space in the mornings, and they definitely look at us like the juveniles that we are as far as the chain. But man, I think we
Oh,
went a
so
long
now I'll tell
ways.
you the story, the Black Hat story. All right. So yesterday we're playing father-son baseball with my daughter, of course. And it was great. They let me have a pinch base runner because of my bum knee. And so I take the kids across the street to the store afterwards to get some ice cream. And I run into this dude from high school, right? We haven't seen each other in like 10 years. And this was my hacker buddy. This was the kid who he was that kid. And you got to remember, I was in high school in 96. So we were hacking on 14.4K modems and you have no idea. Um, my kids are with me, but we're trying to have I'm like, bro, I'm trying to have a discreet and yet Web3 conversation. And I'm just like, hey, you still fucking with computers? And the first thing he says to me, he takes his sunglasses off and he goes, bro, are you Island Thunder on Twitter?
And you said, yes, sir, I am.
And I just start cracking up and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's been getting a little bit out of hand. And he goes, no, 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 no. And now people are looking at us. You know what I'm saying? And he goes, look, I got nothing against crypto promoters. And I go, homie, I'm not a crypto promoter. And then I hear this guy laughing behind me and I turn around and this guy's grabbing a 12-pack and he's just fucking cracking up. And he looks up and he goes, No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, not right now, like 3 weeks ago, but like, yeah, no, it's cool. And then we're all just dying, bro. We're like, yeah, no, I was rich last month. Like, check me. But point of the story was this guy who, for some reason, all my friends here, and I don't have a lot of friends here, but all my friends here, they're into Solana. Like, they're all fucking Solana heads.
You've been talking about
And,
your Solana boys from jump, dude. I don't know what. And
right?
honestly, I had somebody. I don't know who it was. I think it was Slavic. Was in the space today, and I was trying to get him to like buy some apocalyptic apes, and he hit me with the whole those shoes are too expensive. I'm not buying that. I'm buying something on Solana. He literally minted something on Solana today while we were in the space, and I'm like, dude, if you mint 10 of those from Solana, it's the same thing as buying an ape.
I am
So,
clowning everyone on Solana now. After the move that they made with that wallet and the 100 million, it's like,
yeah,
don't even talk to us over here.
it's funny. Solana.
Bro, don't let CDC be your daddy. Don't let Solana be your daddy.
Yeah, there's a
Stop
lot
it.
of daddies out there, right? Like it was Father's
Lot.
Day yesterday. Oh, and shout out. That's what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to get a hold of you and tell you Happy Father's Day, and hope that you had a great day. I was with my 80-plus-year-old daddy yesterday. We had a fantastic time, and I told him that I wanted him to do the over 100 frisbee golf challenge because we would have been like way on up there, but he wasn't feeling it. So
Happy to you, my guy. I'm trying to take a picture of what my daughter made me because I'm gonna post it. You reminded me. Uh, you guys might have heard her check the tapes last week. She kept on saying, "I'm making you something really cool for Father's Day," and you
oh,
know,
she
people
did.
say
So
like
she, yeah.
made gifts are the best, and like it's all about the thought, and you think that's a cliche, but nothing means as much as gifts like this. So I gotta snap this picture.
Yeah, post it up so we can see it for sure.
Hold up. Oh, I can take pictures with my mic on. But yeah, man, Father's Day was great. It was awesome. I don't know why. I think usually Father's Day almost seems like a consolation prize and a bit of a chore, but like I had a really good time yesterday.
The
Click.
strangest thing I gave my dad was I had this. We bought this right, and it's got all kinds of weird crap in there. And one of the things was this little stand where you put your bike. And it's like a stationary bike thing, so you can ride your bike in your room, and it just raises the tire up, so you're spinning. Right? It's a nice one. Man. It's an expensive piece. So my dad, but his crazy ass to beat up a motorcycle in his class so he can run it in his car. It's a bad idea. It looks like a YouTube, sounds like a YouTube video gone wrong, but that was the strangest thing that I gave him.
All right, you can't tweet and have your mic on at the same time. But Leo, you were cutting out like crazy, dude. And I think I finally got that. I think I finally got that gift out. Oh no, Twitter's holding it for 30 seconds. Here we go. Check this out. Ah, you fuck. Sorry, Nat. Where did it go? Here we go. All right, that's what my daughter made me. She hand stitched a baseball. Can you see it?
Everyone waiting for the Jumbotron to update.
Oh man. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, I'm glad I just heard you say the sorry Nat thing in the conversation this morning about how that aspect is now kind of invaded our vernaculum. That if you catch yourself cussing and swearing, that you actually apologize to the people around you. I'm a truck driver. I worked in the refineries. I worked in the explosive industry. There was times, actually there still is times, where I'll be home and my significant other or family member will look at me and say, "You're home now. You don't need to keep talking like that." I cuss like a drunken sailor. It's just how it is. But apologizing to the community that may be listening shows respect. Now, I remember listening on Saturday, you guys were talking about you somewhat feel that you've corrupted Nat because she'll say, "Hey, happy 420, everybody." I don't think it's a corruption. I think it is her way of being part of the community, although she doesn't partake in it, as far as I know. She doesn't necessarily agree with it or disagree with it.
It's that same respect, man. I think you
It's
really
her.
hit the nail on the head. Like
It's
we show respect to her, and she shows respect to us.
right. She's just being part of the community, and she accepts you for who you are, and that's her way of saying, "I accept you for who you are."
That's
No
beautiful,
plus, no
man.
minus, just I accept. Stepping back.
The interesting thing is, I literally hadn't looked at it like that yet. So I think you hit it right on the head. We're learning all types of stuff this Monday.
Are we still waiting for Cronus Watcher? Because
We're
I'm
waiting for
myself. I'm
Watcher.
still.
Oh, we lost him. Oh no.
Well, shout out to all the projects, and I know I keep missing some. Cromorphs, Bad Billy Goats, Wild Boars.
Oh,
Um,
Morphs is about to finish their deal, right? They had a little deal going. I think it was a mint 3 get one free.
I know that the NFT Zoo NFT is doing that, and they're still going till for another 2 days, 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, Morphs bit
Now,
his style lovingly, and I think it was just for 24 hours though. It was like a Father's Day special.
Crow Gnomes, I'm not sure if he's minted out or still minting, but he's in the house. Um, Seriously, all the people that I'm forgetting, I apologize. Shout out. Shout out to the Island Thunder NFT project. We're in our last 100, and I say we because I feel I'm part of the community. Um,
You're a big part of that community, bro.
Shout out to WTF. I know he's got 2 or 3 things working. Shout out to the Sushi Gang, who is a community in and of itself, trying to do the same thing, promote and onboard. And Alpha, I understand and see where it can be like all these guys come into my spaces and are I'm a jumping board or diving board to get these people launched. That's actually a badge of honor that you can be that. And when it all is said and done, we all are still part of the Island Thunder community, and we all circle back to this group. Stepping back.
Yes, sir. As long as they come back, it's all good.
Yeah, I mean,
Jameson.
as a crypto promoter, I mean that's kind of in your title, right? Good morning, Alpha. I had to give you a little shit on that one. I hope
Man,
everyone's doing
just
well.
stop
I can't
defending
believe it because
yourself.
I don't have it anywhere in my profile.
No, no,
And
just stop defending, man. Just say, yeah, fuck it. I am fucking. I mean, like fuck it.
he said, what did he say? I don't have a problem with crypto promoters. I was like,
Whatever, man. Yeah, it's good. You say good, bravo. Finally, a person that doesn't have any issue. Come on, bro. I have a project to sell you.
oh, as soon as I get his wallet. But like, he might be mad at me because as soon as I left the store, I actually got a notification and it was about the Solana story about how they were holding the $100 million wallet. and I instantly texted it to him because he had just given me his phone number in the store, and like he might not be happy about me doing that. I don't know. People are sensitive. People are
Just
sensitive about their chains, bro. It's like you can talk shit
True,
about Chronos. I don't care.
spreading the news, bro.
True friends will tell you when you're being a dumbass.
You know, I heard like the space this morning. It was like a bit late or something. I don't know what happened, but in general, I mean, you know, I heard it 1,000 times. What's with Alpha's space? What's with Alpha space? So come on, man. You know, like you're a bond for this community, and I mean, just accept it. You know, it's. I know it's a burden you have to here carry a lot of different kind of persons and stuff, but you're doing a great job, man. You know, it's really, you know, it's obvious how helpful this is. So just keep on doing it the way you do it, bro.
He
Every
sucks,
damn day.
bro. Don't say that shit. He sucks. Y'all blow his head up too much. So y'all need me for balance. Y'all need
Y'all
me in
need
here.
me here to talk shit to this fool.
Yeah. We
Exactly what I
play
was
good
getting
cop,
ready
bad
to
cop.
say, Puss X. Y'all can't be like that's what my value is. I
Well,
should be on
Leo,
the
that's why I
payroll.
said don't listen to the space this morning because I got cut off. And what I was trying to say was,
I know
why
that's
is
the
Leo
only part
running
I
a
heard
space?
too. I was like, that
He
little
should be
son of
over
a
here
bitch.
talking shit.
I'm
Yeah.
totally gonna go to Mother's Vineyard right now. Martha's Vineyard to kick some ass. Not really, people. I'm just saying that. But I do
Martha's
have to
Oh,
go
good
Vineyard.
back to the
morning.
job. So thanks for letting me come out to bullshit with you again. And what's
Sorry,
this?
we got
You should just start at 8. Let me run from 6
the
to
kids.
8. You run from
The
8 to
kids. The
10.
neighborhood kids are over.
Oh, that's right. Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, brother.
Yeah, I got the day off today too, man. It's
Ah,
awesome. I love it.
Leonardo, you don't like the instruction of the shoe. What they say, the shoe when it's dipping, bye. Don't hate the messenger.
Kind of. Where the hell you been, man?
I've been working on my new project. It's called the Turtle Turds. The turtle turds are coming slowly, even more than the turtles.
Here we go. Here we go.
But
Lower
now
than
is
the
the time
turtle.
to show.
Get in the
No,
way
no,
of my
I just have
fine
to tell you this
crow.
guy's a joke,
And
but
I just want
Jim
to tell
Jones.
everyone in this audience, if you're not
You
coming
better
in
start
here to buy
swearing for
crow,
yourself.
if you don't have a receipt to show me at the end of this hour, you got to get the fuck out of here. Because crow is the only solution to having low gas fees, fast finality, EVM compatibility, cross-chain assets, being able to manage through dashboards, integrations of Chainlink, the graph, Covalent, making sure you have third-party APIs, open access banking, all these things, on-ramps, because it's got a motherfucking card. How many fucking chains have got motherfucking cards? Tell me now.
Not
Jim
BNB.
Jones got this 10 years ago.
Jim
Who the
Jones.
fuck's Jim Jones?
Man, I don't know. I just heard a bunch of code words and curse words and stuff like
Well,
that.
anyway, I have only
Maybe.
one thing to say to those who don't passionately believe in Crow like I do. If you don't believe in Crow, you gotta get out.
If you can't crow, you got to go. But like,
Man,
we don't
Crow just
gotta
went
bring
up, man.
we don't
I
gotta
got
bring
tons of
pen and
Crow going
paper
up
into
today.
this. Boy wants receipts and
Well, I
shit.
should
Matt,
say
what's
that
up?
the Crow that's going up, the alt's going up. I mean, it's been down for a little while, so I don't think it's really right to say it went up.
Well, it's just pumping right now. That's all.
Yeah, sure. Over the last 3 months, it's not pumping. But you know
I
what?
know.
That's not
Don't
my
zoom
problem.
out today, Jimmy. Not today is not a zoom out day. Today is a zoom in day.
What kind of microscopic, myopic thinking is that? Anyway, I
It's it's the most fun because I bought ETH at 9.25 yesterday.
well,
So I'm like,
I mean, I think that um, if you're going in here to buy ETH, well, let me just tell you something.
Jimmy, and then I stabled out. I stabled out half at 11.50. I thought you'd be proud.
Um, okay.
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm real proud of you.
I never do that.
I have to admit I did DCA a bit. I recently sold all my sperm to buy some more crow.
Now, what's your wife gonna do?
What do you mean?
That's terrible.
We got 10 kids already.
I know, but is that enough? You were obviously on a tear. You're trying to
No, she says we already have the soccer team. We got the soccer band. We don't need a
soccer
preserve.
team and done.
We don't need
Some people
substitutes.
say one and done. Some people say soccer team and done.
Yeah.
It's all Crow fan, baby.
My children are genetically modified for the football team, for the soccer team. One is going to be a goalkeeper. The other one's going to be a defensive midfielder. One's going to be very tall. One's going to be kind of short.
Biggest sport in the world.
Yeah. And
Not because crypto.com.
we're going to integrate our family into the Crow metaverse. So we're going to turn our children into Crow soldiers.
My children are Crow soldiers.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Bubs?
Okay,
What's
who
your
knows the
favorite
number
football?
for social services? I'm calling them right now.
That didn't sound good, Willow. These kids. Hey, we got 13 minutes left here, y'all.
Let me tell you about
So
these kids
unless you want to
nowadays.
hear Jimmy go
They
on and
don't
on, we better mute that
understand
mic.
what it means to fight these crypto wars. You know, when Bitcoin was having its problems, it was a lot of drama. But what I see right now is a lot of chains going bankrupt. Yep, going bankrupt. You know, right now they're selling so much in terms of their tokens to build runway. I don't think this bear market's going to be short term. I think this bear market's going to be, 4 years, and that's usually how it goes. By the way, we enter a brief recession, and there's a investment asset bear market, and it has to be like that. I mean, the S&P was up so much in
What's your
2021.
shortest? What's the shortest this bear market could be? A year and a half?
Well, but the thing is, JPL has to continually raise interest rates, though, so I don't think it could possibly be a year and a half.
I keep hearing somebody's, I read the other day it was 6 months.
But
Whoa,
why?
that's real short.
I think the issue from the investment side is that Joe Biden is extremely weak. Like that doesn't help, right? So when Donald Trump took office, there was a Trump
Because
bump.
he fell off his bike, dude.
Well, when Donald
Is
Trump,
this for
but
Vikings?
Alpha, when Donald Trump took office, the S&P went up 20%, right?
Oh, I know, because he's strong.
Well, he
On
was talking
policies.
about tax reform and tax cuts, and he was talking about, trying to basically, deregulation. These are key issues for anyone in building companies. That's for
Is
investment
not.
confidence, right? That's extremely important. And
I agree.
I right now feel that, talking to the billionaires in my Rolodex, because I have a huge Rolodex of billionaires and millionaires and so
The
forth,
biggest.
the biggest
Yeah.
in the world. I know Ray Dalio. I talked to Ray a few times at a strip club, and he said while he was getting a lap dance that this is going to take a few years. When he meant a few years, he meant probably 2 3 years, because they don't believe what J Powell's saying, so they're unsure of what's going to happen next, and they don't believe that there's going to be help from the White House when it comes to deregulation. Right? It's going to make the cost of business go up even more. But what's going on right now is just capital rotation. People are leaving California and going to cheaper tax brackets, like cheaper states to do business in. Doesn't really mean that they're making more products and services, right? They're
And
just
then
moving
voting
people.
the same policies back in.
Well, I don't know.
Delaware, right? Delaware is the place to go.
Well,
Puerto Rico.
I think that Texas has shown that sure, there are a lot of people who might be voting Democrat. We'll see what happens in the next election, but people leaving California to move to Texas. There's a large number of people. I think I've heard numbers of 2 3 million are coming from California into Texas, Florida, even Atlanta, Georgia, and southeastern Tennessee, Chattanooga. Like these are becoming bustling. Savannah, South Carolina, apparently is seeing a lot of immigrant.
Are you telling me Chattanooga is bustling? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, people are moving there. I mean, have you been there recently?
No.
I'm telling you, housing prices are still up. There's a lot of
Listen,
building going on.
I've seen these policies enacted firsthand. My wife and I got married. We moved to a beautiful conservative town, low taxes, no cops, volunteer fire department. And then the first thing she does the first month we're there as a liberal is start complaining that there's no sidewalks, street lights, night lights, and there's no cops. I'm like, I thought you hated cops. I thought you were all against this. And then she complains that I get a gun. I'm like, hey, are you willing to give up your financial freedom for the artificial, imaginative idea of protection from law enforcement and the government? Or would you rather be successful and fruitful and reaping your own benefits and work and rewards?
These are the harsh realities, woman.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of
I'll say,
crazy. Like, how do you like complain about a lack of cops? Something must have happened.
let me say a few things about
Yeah,
this in
they found a
terms of.
body, but it was dumped. It was dumped like 5 blocks from our house in the woods, which 5 blocks to us is just like metaphorical because it's all woods. But it came from the city. Like they just came from the city to dump a body.
So let me say a few things about social welfare spending, right? So I think it's a huge issue right now if there's going to be a gradual increase in social welfare spending because inflation is very high. All social welfare programs cost more now, right, to implement, correct? So we're not just talking about building hospitals here, we're talking about paying doctor salaries. We're talking about Medicare, Medicaid, right? And when you have a $1 trillion deficit that will only grow, we have interest rate payments which are right now larger than our military spending. This is a very bad sign. Usually it's a signal that the empires are dying. When the British Empire had the same issue, obviously they collapsed. And it's not like it's abating anytime soon. Our interest rate payments are going up 6 to 7% per year. Why? Because we're raising interest rates. So obviously, the 10-year bonds that we sell cost more, right, in terms of the cost to the bond holders that we are selling it to. And it's not just that, right? So in terms of government spending being more expensive, government spending isn't just necessarily more expensive, but also the Fed is selling assets at a considerable rate. So we're talking about, I believe the number is 40 billion per month, if I'm not mistaken, of mortgage-backed securities. So please look at the PIMCO Income Fund, which is the largest holder of MBSs in the country, and see it is down below the COVID period. So during COVID, there was a lot of worries about
What this
mortgage-backed securities.
2018 all over again?
Well, if mortgage-backed securities
2009.
right now, if mortgage-backed securities right now, which have done a 15%
Yeah,
loss in the last 2 months,
2007.
well, I think this is a real issue, right? So people took out large debt to buy houses, right? And they were incentivized to buy these houses in order to basically maintain asset prices at a certain level. But if mortgage-backed securities continue to lose value versus 10-year bonds, right? Either two things happen. Either the government has to come in and somehow buy mortgage-backed securities again. So it'd either be quantitative easing or the Treasury have to come up with a program, pass it through Congress, and bail out Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. I've also noted that a lot of low-income housing also is guaranteed by the federal government. I'm sure you guys are aware of this in Baltimore and places like that. And a lot of people during the 2020, 2021 era were, of course, using their unemployment checks to put down payments on guaranteed housing, meaning that the loans were guaranteed by the federal government, right? So what we see is a large increase in debt, especially asset debt, which is followed by a large decrease in the securitization rates of that debt. So really, those
Lots of
triple
people
A
buying homes they can't afford all over again.
we'll see. Sure. I mean, should they be triple A anymore? I mean, let's just look at the numbers. Mortgage-backed securities are right now trending at a 20-cent premium versus 2008. If it continues to go down, unless they're re-rated downwards, which I doubt will happen because they're still considered to be AAA, or the insurance companies basically take the loss, I'm not sure what's going to happen. People right now are struggling from what I hear. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. You guys seem very optimistic. You guys are buying the dip. But from what I hear, people are currently not
You
able
don't
to
know
afford
us, Jimmy.
what?
Well, actually, let's see how people feel because we only got 4 minutes left here. Let's go Watcher and then Jameson. Watcher.
4 minutes. Oh, that's nowhere near enough.
All right,
That's a
we'll give you
fun.
more.
I was gonna ask, are we minting any Chromatos since I saw Jamie has a project? Have any interest? Is what's
Yes,
going
I
on?
do.
Well, I
Yeah.
recently had a call with a VC today. They seemed extremely interested. I think one of the issues is market sentiment is really holding back a lot of people to invest. There's a lot of cash on the side. There always is, but there's an extreme amount of cash on the side right now. A lot of people who have a lot of money sold at the top because they didn't need the money. They were not expecting to need money in the short term, so they are obviously selling assets over a period of time to basically increase their own treasury, right? So when I talked to some of these VCs this morning, they're very happy to invest in infrastructure projects for crypto, which we are one. We're an infrastructure project. We're basically a aggregator dashboard using a game to basically be that dashboard for DEXs and AMMs. So there's a one-stop shop to use all these DEXs and AMMs. But I think the real issue is people are always wondering, is this affordable? How much do we need to invest over a period of time so that you get to scale? And it is true. I mean, it is true to this extent that it costs more to scale a project right now. There's a lot of competition, and still salaries have not gone down, right? So I don't know what you guys have seen, but we have to hire a front end dev because I'm not going to build a React front end on my own. I'm a single person, and that's still 70 to
That
eighty
was my
thousand dollars
first
a year.
question: was are you hiring right now?
No, we have not gotten investment yet. We are poor. Did I tell you I'm selling my sperm?
I heard that part. I didn't realize it was to hire a fucking front end
Man,
dev
I
person.
appreciate the passion so much. So, just bravo.
I got
Jimmy
a
is
quick.
nothing if not passionate. Jameson.
Sorry, Nat.
Sorry,
No,
Nat.
I was just gonna ask real quick, Jimmy. I keep seeing this word forex, and I have no idea what it is or what it means. What is forex?
It's just foreign
Foreign
currency. But
exchange.
the foreign currency, the way that really works is that you see a lot of stable coins out there. Synthetics, ZRX, all these DEXs and AMMs have integrations of tons of stablecoins, but no one really uses them. And the reason why is, do you want to open up 10 windows? One stablecoin is here, you can buy it, get some exposure. One stablecoin is over there. There's a euro stablecoin in one window, dollar stablecoin in another window, Brazilian stablecoin in another window. And then what are you going to do? When you have to check things, you're going to go to an Excel sheet, put those numbers in, then you're going to check the Excel sheet every day? No. But
No,
unfortunately, it is so unorganized right now in crypto. But that's what we're trying to aggregate.
I
So
I've
forex
been
is a company?
no forex is just a term for foreign exchange of
Oh,
you're
Jesus.
trading currencies, world
All right,
currencies.
all right. I'm a little embarrassed now. Okay, I get it.
Nah, dude, these are important questions.
Don't feel embarrassed. If you invest in my project, I'll make you feel like the smartest man in the world every day.
That's
I just,
utility.
you get the bots that message you, and then you see the word forex all over their,
Oh, the
banner.
bots love forex, baby.
Oh my
Yeah, but
God,
people don't like Forex anymore. It's extremely unpopular.
No,
People
bots.
actually,
Yeah, people don't.
yeah, well, bots like
Bots
it.
do.
That's because it seems interesting. But in truth, retail demand for Forex trading is extremely low right now.
Good.
Yeah, good, I
People
guess. Yeah.
trading forex that don't know how. But Jimmy's gonna fix this. These are problems that are solvable. Jameson, it's 10 a.m. What do
I
you
know
think?
we got to close out. That's all right. I'll
Remember, invest in my project. If you
Yes,
yep.
don't, you're
please.
going to hell.
no.
Satan will
Remember to
crucify you.
I just wanted to
remember
say,
to
I
sell
wanted
your
to touch.
sperm, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to touch one thing on what Jimmy was saying though, because I've been watching a lot of uh, I just watching different types of investments and different people to like I haven't like Jimmy said, I haven't had a lot of money to invest. I think a lot of people are in that position. A lot of people, this market caught them by, like, this dip caught them by surprise, this bear, whatever you want to call it. So I think, like Jimmy said, a lot of people did get kind of caught with their pants down, but I've been watching a lot in the last week or so, and if you look at like a lot of the big money and like the Buffetts and stuff like that, just like Jimmy was saying, those guys sold a lot of stuff this last year. I was watching, gosh, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's self-made millionaire within the last like 5 years. But he was talking about how this last year he sold everything, all of his houses, all of his cars, all of his everything, and just cashed out to USD. And was talking about how that was, like, because that's what Warren Buffett did. He's like, Warren Buffett just sold pretty much, like, he's been selling everything for the last year, and that's the bit, like, and that's when you look at like these big money, everyone's been prepping for this. And then when you
I just
look at
want to say
like,
for the record, though, Warren Buffett, he has a gigantic team.
he does,
Berkshire Hathaway has
they do.
A lot of very smart people,
But
and
they're
so they're
selling. I travel the country a lot. They're selling all their, like, if you look at their properties, they have properties for sale everywhere, bro. They're
sure.
liquidating a bunch of shit this last year. And like you said, the government has been buying up a lot of stuff, or government subsidiaries. Like, anyone that wants to do a little deep dive, look into BlackRock, and it's a company that's been buying up crazy amounts of stuff in all different types of markets the last year or so. And yeah, it's interesting, like, I
Yeah,
see a lot of
BlackRock
people.
even has a music side where they're buying intellectual property. They bought, I heard, Bob Dylan's and all these other things. They just buy their shit up.
Yeah, dude, they're buying, like, it's just insane what they're buying, and that they're funded a lot by the government. So yeah, there's just, you got to look into. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a 6 months or a couple few years, like Jimmy was saying. But I
Well,
think
I mean, I'm older than you. I'm almost 52, and I can tell you right now that recessions, 2008 was an exception, but recessions usually take 4 years. In truth, right? So the recessions I'm referring to is 1992 to 1996. That was a really long ass recession. It began in Britain when they had their problems, and it ended up in Asia. And then there's a dot-com bubble that lasted 3 years. Then they started lasting less and less time because the Federal Reserve started basically intervening in the markets. If you want to read a good book about this, Alan Meltzer's History of the Federal Reserve, the last volume about Alan Greenspan, we'll talk a lot about how Alan Greenspan would consistently lower rates to intervene in the market, right? And then Ben Bernanke continued those policies. But if you look back in the 1960s and 1970s, recessions took about 4 years. Why 4 years? Because the first 2 years, people are basically figuring out what is it in the economy that is not efficient, right? There needs to be kind of a way to cleanse in the economy bad investments. And you see this in crypto. Actually, currently, crypto is kind of the way that the economy was back in the day. Bad projects got annihilated, right? So foolish projects, foolish money. Terra, for example, got annihilated. Neutrino dollar, USDD is getting annihilated. All these things are going down. And what will be left are the strong projects, ones with a lot of sperm. Crow
So,
has
Jimmy, I
lots
have
of
a quick
sperm.
question for you. USDC is backed by short-term bonds. Would those bonds be affected by the Federal Reserve interest going up, or are they a separate type of bond?
Um, so what you just said is right. The question, I think, is the liquidity of the bonds, right? So they need to sell bonds in order to basically pay back bad debt, which is the USDC. USDC is nothing but bad debt. When they have $100 billion in USDC out in the market, that's like when you were in the mafia, because you were in the mafia, right? You were in the corners, and you put money on the street. When you put money on the street, you charge interest, right? USDC charges interest to exchanges to use USDC, and they leverage that. But they're using 2 to 5 year bonds, US Treasury bonds, in order to back their bad debt. Now, if there is a hike in interest rates considerably higher than what it is now, there will be a liquidity crunch. Just type in Google liquidity crunch. What is a liquidity crunch in America? Traditionally speaking, a liquidity crunch in America is when people stop buying corporate debt, and then the federal government has to either decide to intervene or not intervene. Now, banks typically fail. Before the government kept intervening, banks would fail. So in the 1990s, there was a couple banks in Illinois that failed, right? Because they had a lot of bad debt. However, there's been a lot of consolidation in the banking industry recently. It wasn't too big to fail, it was way too big to fail. So in a liquidity crunch, it is possible what will happen is the Federal Reserve will create these mechanisms for banks to basically go out and buy corporate debt from REITs, basically real estate management companies. If people aren't able to pay back their mortgage, that's what's going to happen. Now, if it's not like people are even going to buy during liquidity crunch and liquidity crunch becomes an actual problem, those bonds are going to take a significant price cut down. They're going to be marked down heavily. And what people will do is they're going to go into even shorter term bonds. We're talking about 3-month, 6-month, 1-year bonds. USDC is not that. It does not have Fed repo bonds. It is 2 to 5 year, mostly on the 5-year mark. If you look at their audits, 5 years because pays a little bit more, and actually 3, 6, 1 year is so below inflation that it's not even worth anything. But 5-year bonds, traditionally in a recession in the 1980s, those things got hit really hard. Paul Volcker, when he decided to increase interest rates by 20%, those 5-year bonds lost 20 to 30% of their value, right? And people, of course, started saving a lot of money, but no one was buying bonds. Why would you buy a bond on the market when you could just put money into a bank account and get 20%? If the federal government is selling its 10-year bonds for 15%, 10%, why would you buy that when you can go to a bank and put your money in and get 15 to 20%? You wouldn't, right?
So
You wouldn't buy those bonds.
theoretically, if the federal government, Federal Reserve targeted USDC, it would be an easy peg to dismantle to replace it with United States Federal Reserve digital currency? Or do you think they'd even bother with DeFi?
I think that the thing about USDC is it is fiat backed. I think that CBDC that you're referring to may not be fully open to the public. It will only be buyable from wallets on banks. And I don't think you can even load up on CBDCs. So, for example, you would go, "Oh, I'm gonna, take $1 million in CBDC and put it on an exchange." No, the federal government will not let you take CBDCs from the bank account, a traditional bank account, and put it on an exchange. It's not the same thing as USDC, right? It won't be a floating digital currency that is a token that can be moved around. The federal government will not become the backstop of the future version of USDT, right? They're not going to be USDC 2.0. They're not going to do that. They're going to say, "Oh, if you want digital currency, you go to your bank. All your currency, fiat, is now digital currency. Same restrictions apply on ramping. It's the same thing. Only difference is we can shut it off at any time. And
Just like
there's
Solana.
no... Yeah, just like Solana.
Oh, that's cool.
Just know this, my friends. Countrymen, citizens, comrades.
Lend me your ears.
Yes, and lend me your ears. In the 1916 Easter Rising that Kronos Watcher was a part of, a few great men took up arms through the foggy dew, and against British imperialism they fought hard, many died, to build a better nation, all based on an idea for a better world. And in this dream of theirs, they sacrificed their livelihoods. And yet, it took many years for this dream to come true, for a dream of independence and for dignity. Sometimes you have to get ass raped in order to do that too. So buy the dip.
Buy that dip, baby. Buy that
What do you think,
dip.
Cronus
When you
Walker? Do
dip, I
you agree with
dip,
that
dip, dip.
metaphor?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
One bite, yeah. But yeah, that's what we're here for.
Oh,
Just
bro,
ignore the rest of it.
we need
And
you.
what
We
happened to
need you to
Dave's
not be rugging
50K?
right now.
Oh, what happened to
Nope, there
Dave's
he is. There he
50K?
is.
That's all I want to know. That's why I was here. Anybody know?
Dave's 50K got staked on the CDC app.
Get out.
Yep.
Nice.
For what?
So
A
is he
green
like in
green
trouble? He's
card?
not really. Yeah, just in trouble here.
Yeah,
No
what are you
loss.
gonna do?
It's fun.
Crow
So
just
have fun.
fine. Yeah, everything moves forward. without
Buy
him.
loads at 5. That's where I'm at. Didn't I say it?
Maybe we might have missed it. But there was a lot of good information this morning. So tweet out the room so everyone can check the tapes. I think we handled ourselves pretty well. And yeah, I'm proud of us. We got more spaces going on today, and I don't want to step on any toes. So drink some water, brush your teeth, floss those puppies. They need it. Focus on your mouth health. No joke. Like, you got time these days. Twice a day. Like, you guys come here and you think I'm playing, but I'm not. Like, brush twice a day. I tell my kids, they don't do it. I tell you guys, you don't do it. Brush your teeth. And own your keys, own your crypto. Most importantly, don't ever tell your seed phrase to anybody. Roll one for 420 because we're going to be right back here. Crow fan for life. Love y'all. Bye.